Hi there. I'm Sam Plaquin with the Kindersley Klippers, and for our first episode of Where Are They Now, I have a very special guest, Saskatchewan Region AAA All-Star, former Kindersley Klippers MVP, two-time SJHL Goaltender of the Year, and a finalist for the National Goal of the Year, and current goalkeeper for the University of Minnesota's Golden Gophers, Justen Close. How's it going, Justin?
I'm doing good, Sam. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's a real nice fall day going, not too cold, can't complain.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving. Can't
Thanksgiving,
complain
yeah.
about that.
Canadian Thanksgiving, yeah. Have you had any turkey down there, or got to
Not
wait till
yet.
November?
I might have to find some tonight.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about kind of your hockey journey and kind of how you got to where you ended up. I think we should kind of start with the beginning of your journey. So I'm just kind of curious to hear about your recruitment process out of midget. Obviously, you're a local kid from here in Kindersley. Was your heart always set on being a Clipper, or was there other places that kind of tempted you? And kind of what was it that ultimately made you decide to sign with Kindersley here?
There was a few teams that had kicked tires and things like that, but I think deep down, like I always knew I wanted to play for the Clippers. Obviously, growing up in Kindersley, going to all the games, and it was always kind of a dream of mine. So when I had the chance to do that, it was a pretty easy decision.
And so what was the best part of being a Clipper?
I'd say, well, the most fun part for me was just being able to play in front of my family and friends. Uh, half the games of the year. It was a lot of fun. It was always cool to have my parents there, my brother, my grandparents up, and be able to play in front of them. It was a privilege.
In your first year, you split the games pretty close to 50-50 with the other goalie on the team, and you put up really good numbers as a rookie. But if you could go back in time and kind of give yourself one piece of advice before your rookie season in the SJHL, what would that be?
I just say I think even for SJHL midget and beyond, I think the same thing you can do is just make a good first impression and work your hardest in practice and set the tone that way right away. And it can be a little bit different, maybe playing less games than you're used to as a rookie, but if you stick with it, and you'll be ready when you get your chance.
And then in your second year in the league, that's when you won your first of your two SJHL Goalie of the Year awards. At this point, there's really no denying you're one of the best goalies in the country. How do you stay motivated, and kind of what enables you to keep getting better, even though you're near the top of the game?
Well, I don't know. I never really, thought of, thought of things like that. To be honest, it was just going to the rink every day because it's what I love to do, and you fall in love with the process, and you get kind of involved in that, and it's just fun to go to the rink every day and continue to compete and continue to want to get better. And I think whether um, things are going well or things are going poorly, I think that's important to do.
Every junior player comes to whatever league it may be, and their goal is to make it to the next level. And you're lucky enough to have signed with one of the biggest, one of the most well-known schools, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Just want to get some insight on kind of what that process was like, and the recruitment process to start with. And did you talk to any other schools, and kind of how you made that decision?
Yeah, there was a few other teams that had approached me, and I think the most important thing you can do, and it's probably the same for players too, but as a goaltender was just build a track record, try and play as many games as I could, and I was lucky enough to do that, especially in my second and third season. And I think that I'm not sure if they're still doing it right now, obviously with COVID and everything like that, but those showcase games in Regina, I think, were pretty important for me there. I think that's when they first got in contact with my coach, who was Clayton Jardine at the time, and I think they were impressed with me there. And they're, like I said, they were impressed with my track record and the games that I played in. And I think when you put those things together, and they watched me a little bit more after that, it was a pretty easy decision. It was an awesome school. I got to go on a visit and check everything out there, and I was pretty impressed, and I'm pretty happy with my decision now.
Let's kind of continue on with that. So how have things been like? How'd your first year go? Again, obviously things were weird with COVID and things like that, but how are things been going for you?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, it was a weird way our season ended in the playoffs, and we were supposed to go on the road that weekend, and then it all kind of, in a matter of a few hours, it all kind of got shut down. But it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a learning experience for me. Not really playing many games was a little bit different, but like I said earlier, it's just going back to how you approach every day, and how you approach your practices and things like that have been very important for me. And the compete level and the skill level of practices is still, obviously off the charts. It's on another level itself. So I've been able to improve that way, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
And then I guess kind of before we wrap things up here, what are things going to look like this year? Have you guys kind of got a schedule going, or?
They just announced last week that I think our season's going to be starting on November 13th, I believe. So looking forward to that. It's a little over a month away now, or what is it, the 13th today? I'm not even sure.
12, yeah, I got 12 today.
So yeah, a little over a month now, our season will be starting, and I think everybody here is pretty excited. Obviously, we didn't know what was going to happen for a while there, but I think they're making the schedule right now, and we'll be ready to rock and roll when the puck drops.
Well, that's awesome news, Justin. I know everyone here in Kindersley will be rooting for you. We'll be watching the standings. Go Golden Gophers. You're certainly one of the Clipper greats, and thank you so much for joining me.
Well, had some good teams, I guess.
Yeah, modest guy too. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining me today, Justin. I really appreciate it.
Well, hey, no problem. My pleasure.